into Phoenix. National champion coach Carolyn Peck took the green alongside Alyssa Lang as well here with you, and we get going from the PMAC. Inside, Kate Coble rims off. Another opportunity, but snatched away. Zakiya Johnson forces it in.
She was in that recruiting class with Caitlin Clark, Paige Beckers, Angel Reese. She is a 6'4" versatile point forward.
Michaela Williams on the take and one.
Michaela Williams is having the most efficient
rebounding margin. May have been superlative, but their defense right now making it difficult to get it inside to Priscilla Williams. Taken away, Jada Richard over to Michaela Williams, who knocks it down from three. Earlier this season against Austin Peay, of course, again, they met the Governors in that ASUN championship game as well. Nice bounce pass to Zakiya Johnson. Johnson, who scored the first 2 points of the game. Stolen away, and already the aggressiveness that we have seen from LSU's defense. 4 steals, and that one blocked by Priscilla Williams. The junior out of Bossier City, Louisiana. Double-digit score, but also about 3.5 assists a game on the inbound, taken away. And coming up with it, Micaiah Miller, bounce pass over to Carmea Bowman, and Bowman scores the first 2 points for Jacksonville.
Well, Jacksonville they're undersized going against LSU. Oh, Richard, come on.
Inside to Williams. Williams, who we talked about being their leading scorer. And Bowman, though, has been the offensive answer thus far for the Dolphins. Bowman, who comes in after being inserted into the starting lineup. Collie Howard, who went down with an injury, and she has played some nice minutes. Spin move, no, from Koval, follows her shot, puts it back in. From Miller.
Yeah, with LSU, if you force them to miss that first one, oh, Flajay Johnson is locked in.
So something to keep an eye on if you're Jacksonville. If that's your top scorer, your leader, and the lone player on this team with NCAA tournament experience. She drains the three. Her journey throughout and knocking down the three. She leads the team. She's got a young backcourt that she's working with. Anaya Smith there on the pull-up, no good. Is Flajay Johnson working through the tough take to the hoop.
Like in the first game of the NCAA tournament, to avoid having jitters or
nerves, certainly dictating pace. Grace Knox, Bella Hines, who pulls from three in transition. That was all rhythm and feel.
Play aggressive. Flajay getting downhill,
and Kamari Mitchell able to come up with the rebound on the break. Finds Knight, and Knight able to knock down the elbow J. That ASUN tournament, that quarterfinal game over West Georgia, had a career-high 18 points. Quick flip from Hines to Koval and in. Hines out to Richard. Great open look, plenty of time for Michaela Williams, and she drills it. Her second triple of this quarter.
But I like that decision. Jada Richard said, let me check the hot hand. Get back to Michaela Williams.
Tatum Brown, the ASUN freshman of the year, reverse layup and in. Here's Anaya Smith, and unafraid on that take, getting some attention inside the arena, so we will keep you updated on that.
Because congratulations to Gary Redis, who was named to be the head coach at Rutgers, and he also took Daphne Mitchell as an assistant coach.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you would see the fire that Gary brought on the bench. And certainly his impact being felt, carried over. Mylasia Full-Wiley knocks down the three. And they've come out just as good as you would have hoped, as Kamari Mitchell answering with the J back the other way. This LSU Tiger team looks prepped, primed, and ready for a deep run in this NCAA tournament. Jada Richard with a nice scissoring way through to the hoop. The Tigers feeling mighty comfortable on their home floor, shooting the ball exceptionally well.
They always attack that SEC in the middle of the lane. So many times we do games, and it's almost like that is a no-go zone or quicksand. People don't want to go in there, but that's where the money is against the zone.
Baseline look. And hitting is Bowman. Sees her team with the first second chance points of the game.
I am impressed with the composure, for the most part, that Jacksonville is playing with. If they're patient, they're getting good looks.
Miller thought about the three, tried to take it in. And
I think she got away with some steps.
Yeah, indeed. And Flau'jae Johnson with the block. Thought about it, decides a little hezzy, goes in. No, Michaela Williams hooping hard in this first half.
Well, and efficient. 5 of 6 from the floor, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, and doing exactly. She had a double-double against Missouri, Tennessee, and Mississippi State.
Brown on the pro finds Bowman. Great find there.
Now, defensively, Jacksonville should stop this high-powered offense, but it's just too tough. The way LSU was moving the basketball.
Mitchell, find again, swatted away from behind by Mylasia Fulwiley.
As a guard.
Johnson already with 11 points. She's in double figures along with Michaela Williams with 14. Nearly stolen away. Johnson keeps it, takes it all the way, and puts it in. And for more on Flau'jae Johnson, let's send it over to Alyssa.
Yeah, this is her final weekend here in the PMAC, guys. She is 67-4 right now inside this arena. Winningest home record for any LSU basketball player, men or women. Pretty incredible. I talked to Kim Mulkey about her before the game. She said there's few people that only need a first name to be
AA Division I basketball, and yeah, she's just keeping it up.
Hey, don't get mad about it. Just keep going out and being about it. That's what Fulwiley does.
Pulling up. Free throw line jumper falls for Tatum Brown. And that was the year that the Tigers made the run to the national championship, and certainly a different feel this time around her group. And you know what they say, Jacksonville is located where? In Florida, right?
Yes.
But when you reference Jacksonville, you have to reference Duval. Johnson with the offensive rebound.
Bella Hines looks to be a little hobbled. Number 3 in white.
Baylor, Duke as well. And in the meantime, we saw Bella Hines, as you mentioned, a little shaken up. She's going to the locker room as Bowman in the mid-range with the score. With the shot clock turned off, the Dolphins can hold for the final shot. Going into the half, instead poked away by Michaela Williams. Great court vision up ahead and finds Zakiya Johnson. Out Priscilla Williams, we saw her with an injury earlier. And so now the ASUN Player of the Year is missing from the floor. However, the level of talent that she was able to coach in the process was also outstanding, as Micaiah Miller, one of the seniors on this team, knocks down the three.
They're not going to lay down. They're going to continue to battle.
Williams double teamed inside to Grace Knox, and Knox is able to bank it in. And her players bring that same type of fire to the floor. The and one counted for Jada Richard.
And the improvement that she's made from her freshman year to now in her sophomore season. Look, I love her.
The attire of Coach Mulkey, very subdued, if you will. She's got the big tiger on the back as that one's snatched away by Tatum Brown.
I think Alyssa Lang has outdressed Kim Mulkey today.
Agreed. I would second that for sure. We love the sequence as Micaiah Miller, coming out of the locker room, hot for the Dolphins. She brings it up the court. Thought about another three, instead stolen away. There's Zakiya Johnson out on the break. Giving chase was Tatum Brown. Good effort, but Grace Knox is there. Right place, right time, puts it in throughout the process.
You can't say enough about the value of experience, because getting to the Final Four
starting about 8:30 Eastern.
Villanova has a sophomore point guard, Jasmine Bosco, who, does it all. And you got to watch, number 20 on the floor, you got to find her all over because they're always trying to run offense to get her shots.
Johnson, open look for three. She rattles it in. And then the steal by Williams. Behind the look. Woo, behind the back pass from Michaela Williams to Jada Richard. In this place, listen to it.
About the LSU Tigers, they call it the show. Well, I'm going to tell you, Michaela Williams is starring tonight in their first game in their run.
Jasmine Bosco from Villanova and Bailey Maupin out of Texas Tech.
Yeah, Jasmine Bosco, a sophomore point guard, all Big East first team, where you've got Bailey Maupin who plays the off-guard, two-guard for Texas Tech. All Big 12. This is players, you saw they're averaging over 18, 15 points a game.
The NCAA tournament, Jasmine Bosco and that Villanova team, runners-up in the Big East to UConn. And the takeaway out on the break for Wiley with the finish at the hoop. Miller with single digits on the shot clock, working on Hines. Take to the hoop, and Grace Knox there altered that shot. On the take, and maybe a deflection there. They started off the season with 8 straight. Even had a handful in SEC play as Gaia Johnson brings out 11-0 run for the Tigers. If you're just tuning in, that little pushback there from Anaya Smith, and Smith, Richard leading the break, finds full Wiley. Thought about the three, no, inside to Johnson. Johnson kissing it off the glass. Stolen away by full Wiley, still holds on to it, somehow gets a shot up, and she's fouled. Some amazing things that you don't often see done at all. She is a star to watch for the future.
Another block from Full Wiley.
Closing seconds of the third quarter. Richard, jumper, yes, from the free throw line, looks down, looks at the bench, and Michaela Williams, the first. Williams back on the floor. Second NCAA tournament game with 15 points or more, 5 rebounds and 5 assists as well, and takes that nice assist from Bella Hines.
She used a body to hold the defense off.
Hines, oh, what a nifty pass from Michaela Williams. She's just having plenty of fun. Really stolen away by Full Wiley. They tried to get an over and back, no. Mitchell had that hand up from Bella Hines out on the break. Here's Full Wiley. Yes, the 15th of the season, ties the Division I record. As we talked about when we came on the air, the offensive firepower
that can compete for a national championship. They have got all the pieces.
Bowman turns around and puts it in. Tough team as well. That dictate and disrupt defense from Coach O. You've got Baylor, Duke. We could see LSU face off against one of those two teams as
look, to win a national championship, you got to defend. You got to be able to rebound, but you also got to have a strong point guard, and these teams have that.
Well, you hear Kim Mulkey. She's talked about just what that the team, as we heard Kim Mulkey talk about, just the way that they were forging the fire. Another zip and pass, and gets it in, and there, she knew it right there. Tatum Brown pulls up, and the jumper looks true during March Madness.
And they have not backed down, even playing without their star player, Priscilla Williams.
Micaiah Miller looking up ahead. Bailey Burns collects it and puts it in.
That builds in the rest of the team and the trust that it demonstrates when you've got your senior drawing up things in the huddle.
Doing big things in the corner. That's the 6-3 drop. Making her move. Richard. Step back. Said too small on that jumper. Carly Howard's family out of Zachary, Louisiana. One of the seniors on this team hosting this group. on Wednesday as Koval puts it in. Well, every player that's been in the ball game has scored for LSU. Grace Knox, 7 players in double figures, ties an NCAA tourney record, and a resounding win for LSU.